What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my shop. I had a few cool little knickknacks that I wanted to showcase to you guys in case you're interested, and to give some of you guys a thanks. I posted a video a while back, maybe a week ago, about some bits that I couldn't find good Torx bits, little 1/4-inch bits. And I had a couple of comments telling me, you know, the Wera, the Wiha, some Makitas are good. Well, I ended up buying these Wiha impact rated Torx bits, and they seem to be really nice. Funny thing is, I got this and I could not get these things out. I got a pair of pliers to pull them out and I still couldn't get them out. Well, you push them out from the bottom. Just a stupid thing that I didn't figure out. But anyway, these are really cool little bits, and you know, I'll put them to the test. But this little set right here, it wasn't too expensive. It was around $16 or $17, and it comes with I got T10 all the way up to T40. So it's a pretty good little set. Pretty excited about it. You know, they feel good. And of course, being Wiha, I'm thinking that they're going to be pretty good quality. At least that's my hope. So I'll let you guys know what I think about these Wihas. I looked for the Makita XDSs, but they were the only ones that I could find were the 2-inch bits, and I wasn't looking for the 2-inch bits. I wanted these 1-inch bits. So anyway, I'm going to give these a shot and see if I like them. Thanks to you guys who recommended these. So I'll let you know how I ended up liking them. And with that, I bought. Well, first, if you guys, I like bit adapters, so I've got quite a good collection of them, and these Wera Rapidaptors are my favorite. I've had hundreds throughout my years of doing this, and the one that I keep going back to are these Weras, and they're great. They're impact rated, and it's funny because Festool makes their version of it. I bought this from this Rapidaptor. You know, it's Festool branded, and when I got it, I'm like, that looks really similar to my Wera, and it's the same thing. It's just Festool green. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. But these Wera Rapidaptor quick chucks are amazing. Quick bit adapter. So you know, you lock it in and you push forward, and they come out, and the magnet on them is incredibly strong anyway. But then it locks into place. So these things are really nice. And this is one I've had for a while. This is their I guess standard Rapidaptor. Rapidaptor. And this is model 88941K, and this thing was $23. Well, when I bought these bits, I found this Wera Rapidaptor, and it's stainless steel, and it was $17, so it's cheaper than the standard one. Same premise. It's just stainless steel, and it's got a different color, I guess, you know, identifying that this one's actually stainless, but same exact bit as every single one, except this is your stainless steel version. So not that I really need stainless steel, but it was cheaper than the regular one, so I went ahead and got it. But if you guys haven't tried these Wera Rapidaptor bit attachments, these are fantastic. These are really nice. I've had this one for a while, and it hasn't given me any trouble whatsoever. So I really highly recommend these things. These are nice. And if you want stainless, you know, typically stainless is more expensive. It was cheaper in this case to get stainless versus the regular one, so that's what I went with. Next, in my little so-called build video, hold on. In my little build video that I had for the little sys ports that I'm building down here, still waiting on my rails to finish it, but I had a couple of comments asking about this. This is my Craig K5, and I had a couple of people ask me what about this adapter. So a couple of months ago, I went on Etsy looking for Festool dust attachment adapters, and I came across this one. This guy, I think I put the link in the build video of the description, but this came from the Tool Curve on Etsy, and it is just a 3D printed CT adapter that fits perfectly into the K5 dust port. So, and of course it's Festool green, but you know, it just plugs into your K5, and this even has the nubs inside it that twist onto our CT vacs. So all you do is, put, like you're attaching it to any other Festool tool, you put it in, rotate it, and then it attaches to your K5. So this was great, and I actually, when I posted that video, I contacted Tool Curve and I asked them, I said, hey, do you mind if I put a link to your store for this? And he said, of course not. Thanks for supporting me. So I was happy to. I paid for this. He did not send it to me, so I just wanted to give him props for a good product. I really, really like this. I think it's nice. And we all have Craig jigs, or most of us have Craig jigs, and I had a hard time ever connecting my Festool to my Craigs. You have to get all kinds of reducers and couplings, and this is just simple. Plugs in your K5, boom, there. So after we started talking, he said, hey, let me send you something else if you're interested. It goes on our dominoes. I said, absolutely, I'd love it. So I can't see. So what he sent me was, it's something new that he came up with. It's called the Dhamma Rail. And essentially what it is, let me take this off. It's for vertical plunge cuts using our domino, 500 or 700. So he sent this to me, and I've yet to really use it, but I wanted to show you guys what it is and what its purpose is, because I think it might be really, really, really useful. So it just comes with this plate. It's a 3D printed plate, and it comes with two 5mm thumb screws that appear to be 3D printed as well, but nice knurling on the end. You can get a good grip. So the basic function of this thing is you attach this to your domino. So you're going to put it up next to your rail. You're going to take the Dhamma Rail, I almost called it something else, and you're going to put it in your track of your Festool. And I believe this also works with the Wiha rail as well. But so it's got a extrusion here that fits right in the rail, and you're going to slide it up to your domino, and you're going to attach these thumb screws to the base of your domino. And once you get those in, nice and tight, this now can ride vertically on your rail. You can use your rail as a straight edge for doing vertical plunge cuts in the middle of your board. I think that's amazing because, I still do, if you need to do a mid-panel joinery using dominoes, typically you take your shelf and you fold it over, and then you place your domino up against this edge when you plunge. This way, all you have to do now, in theory, is lay out your line for your mid-panel or mid-section plunge cuts of your piece of material. Lay out your line, and now you can use the edge of your rail as a straight edge to run your domino down it. So you can line this up on your rail, on your workpiece, and then place your domino in the rail. Now you've got more support to vertically plunge up and down, and this thing rides up and down. And the other really nice thing about this is you can take it out easily. It doesn't technically lock into the rail, but there's enough, the tolerances are tight enough to where it doesn't, there's no wiggle room once you install it in this rail. But I think this is going to be really nice for doing, if you got a long row of vertical plunge cuts that you need to do, just reference the edge of this rail against the top or the bottom of your shelf or whatever line you need, and this is going to dead center it. So you can just run it, up and down. I think it's fantastic. I'll show you guys here in a second how it works, but I think it's pretty cool. So he sent me this to try out, and I told him I would look at it. Super nice guy, again, Tool Curve. But this might be, I hate to use the word game changer, but it might be, it's something that I've never liked doing vertical plunge cuts in mid panels, because even if you use the Festool supplied, vertical fence, it's still kind of a little bit wobbly. At least it is for me. I could be doing it wrong, but this kind of takes all that out of the equation if you use your rail properly. You clamp down your rail, you make sure that this is in the track seated properly, and then you've got a solid solid unit to vertical plunge. So I think that's awesome. Okay, and last but not least, there was another viewer that saw my sustainer videos, and I guess he noticed the love that I have for sustainers. Love or OCDness or just a bad habit, whatever it is. But he's a really, really great looking young guy that's got a lot of good videos on his channel. It's the Tranq, and I'll put a link up here with his channel. But he contacted me and said, "Hey Brian, I'm building inserts for sustainers. Would you like one?" And I said, if it's for a sustainer, absolutely yes. I love sustainers. So what he does is he laser cuts sustainer inserts that perfectly match the interior design of our sustainers. So what they are is, this is basically a template, MDF template that he laser cut, and you guys need to check out his channel to see how he utilizes these. He's got a 3D printer, and he builds brackets and some pretty fancy gizmos that hold some of his tools, like his he's got a DeWalt planer, DeWalt palm router, and a Bosch router, and he 3D prints brackets to hold his tools in place in the sustainer. But there's a million different uses that you can do for this. You know, you could build it up in your sustainer, you could cut holes in it, you could put the Rockler drill bit, router bit inserts, drill all your holes, store your router bits. That way you don't have to buy the Festool router bit store. Possibilities are endless with this thing, and I think it was really nice of him, and I'm gonna find a good use for it. But he's gonna be starting to make them for the Gen 3, I believe. Sorry if that's not correct, but he's gonna have these available on his Etsy store, I believe, too. But this is pretty cool. And then you can just use this as a template. So now that I have this, I can use this as a router template. You know, I haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing with it yet, but it's gonna be pretty cool. And I love sustainer, so I will find something to use that for. So thank you to Holden at the Tranq. Definitely gonna enjoy using this. So, and it fits so well. You kind of got it. There we go. So you can see it's perfectly fits inside. So that's really cool. So anyway, guys, that's just shop talk for the day. That's all I have to go over right now. So I hope you guys are staying safe, staying happy, and we will talk soon. Okay, take care.